What's up, guys? For Undeniably Raw, it's your boy John, and I am under 10 weeks out until show day. 67 days to be exact, and it's starting to come together. So last video you saw that I have gotten as low as 211.8 pounds, which is down all the way from 249 pounds when I started my cut. So things are going great. That weight does fluctuate like anybody else's. So there are days where that number has been back above 211.8, but the trend has been, the weight has been steadily going down throughout the duration of this whole cut. And importantly, I'm not doing a weight loss competition, I'm doing a physique competition. I'm competing in the men's physique category. So the number on the scale is really just sort of a gauge to see if things are trending correctly. And they are. I think I'd like to get below 200 pounds. Truthfully, maybe even as low as, I can't imagine getting all the way down to 190 with the time I have remaining, but maybe, you know, definitely under 200 and maybe close to 195 pounds would be something I'd like to shoot for. I think I mentioned in the last video that I'm going to a seminar this week. It'll be Saturday actually, where I will learn a little bit more information about peaking, trying to get my peak week right, and I'm gonna work on some more posing stuff because my posing still has a long way to go. Today, I'm back running sprints. I've been doing that 1 to 2 times per week, just for the past couple of weeks now, but I am gonna do 14 110-yard sprints today. I did 12 last week, so here we go. Part 5 of the cut, or the road to the stage, begins now. Thanks for watching Undeniably Raw. I'm out here working by myself, and it gives me a chance to reflect on where I am, where I've been, and where I'm going. And I decided last year, July 2023, after watching my buddy Chase's bodybuilding show, that I wanted to give this bodybuilding thing a try myself at least one time, just to have that experience. And it's been several months now. I'm doing the math in my head here. I guess it's been 7 months that I've been putting in this work specifically for this event. But of course, been powerlifting competitively for years now in my adult life, and been lifting weights since I had to have been no older than 13 years old when I lifted weights for the first time. It was during middle school football. So I don't know if I've ever given away my age for those of you who don't know me that well, but I just turned 31 the other day. So 18 years or so of lifting weights, and you just start thinking about how it's all led me to this. And I'm not acting like this show day is the culminating event of my entire life, by no means. I'm very proud of the things I've accomplished so far in life and all different aspects. And I think I have a lot that I still want to achieve in my career, like my actual job. I want to contribute things to society, and I want to please God with how I live my life and make my family proud, and they are proud. And I do think that I know God loves me, and I think and hope that he's pleased with me. And I don't know, just being on a grind like this just really has me pensive at times. And I'm appreciative of this process so far, specifically for this bodybuilding show. I'm appreciative of the life I've had, and I just filled with gratitude. And I really hope this show goes well. And I hope that no matter how it goes, as far as placing or anything like that, that I can just really feel that sense of accomplishment. This was a hard process, and I've still got, like I say, 67 more days to go. But I really want to make a concerted effort to allow myself to really breathe in that moment, or those moments on stage, the days leading up to it, and even the days following. Because nobody made me do this. This is something I wanted to do, and I was inspired by friends and people that have gone before me to do great things. But yeah, I don't know. Feeling motivated, feeling inspired. And let's keep sprinting.
Chisels midsection. So that's kind of what the symmetry is. You know, it's even though you're wearing board shorts, obviously you can see the wearing board shorts, the legs still matter. Okay, over the years, the board shorts are getting tighter. Okay, I mean, you can tell if somebody's got glutes or they don't. His legs aren't too wide, but he's not too narrow up top. Again, symmetry is what posing's all about. Board turn to the right. Okay, the back pose here. Again, he set his legs first, and he's got his leg flares, so you can see quad. So you can see that. He's got his glutes tight, because you can see that through the shorts. You can see the shape. He's got his back as wide as possible, okay? He's got a calf spiked here. Now you can spike either calf. You can spike one calf, you can spike, get both feet centered like that, offset one opposite foot. You know, so you've got some flexibility on that. And again, like I said, men's physique and bikini, you've got a lot of options as far as your posing. Okay, quarter turn to the right. Good. Okay, again, side pose. He's got both arms flared. He's wide on top. He's twisted. He's got his midsection nice and tight. And he's got, you can have either leg offset. So you can have your front leg or your back.
Okay, I'm gonna show you some of the poses that we worked on today. Luckily, I still got 9 weeks to go until I actually have to do these on stage, so I got a lot of time to work on these things, but this is kind of what we went over today. Here's a look at week 8 of tracking all my calories and macros. My averages will show up at the bottom here, averaging right around 2,800 calories per day, about 180 grams of protein per day. Got my fat down to the lowest that it's been in a while, and my carbs are around the same as what they have been, but overall a better week than the past 2. At times during this cut, I've been squatting with a higher bar just to try to get a little more quad activation and such. But, you know, I've been doing some low bar squat again recently, and I thought I'd lost some strength when I was just doing a high bar squat all the time. Turns out when I dropped the bar back down my back a little bit, strength's still there. At least for the most part. I haven't done a 1 rep max in a minute, but feeling pretty good today. I'm about to do 4 plates. Here's a Nick moment. His squat form's been getting really better and better. And he's got a fresh haircut. Undeniably raw shirt on my man. This week was really trending in the right direction from a dietary standpoint, but on the last day, I did go out to eat. There was company in town, and I overate a little bit on that day. I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm just going to get really strict here in the final 8 weeks before I step on stage, and I'm not going to let it worry me too much. I really haven't talked a lot during my lifts on this channel. I've really been locked into doing the lifts, but I want to do a little commentary on what's going on here. So I was really working on tempo squats, so I had to do a lighter weight and really focus on going down slow. So that was the emphasis here. And previously in this video, you saw that I had been doing a little higher weight stuff than in previous videos of recent. So it was good to lower the weight and do a higher rep, lower weight few sets of squats. You'll also notice that I went back to the high bar squat here. I wanted to do a few more low bar squats than I had been, just to make sure that I'm maintaining some strength and not just losing it all, because when I'm doing powerlifting, I have really been using a low bar squat. So I put the bar higher up on my, well, really I would say on my back, but really on my traps here to do some high bar and really hit those quads. And you'll have to forgive me if my RDL form is not stellar, because I haven't really done a lot of RDLs. I used to actually conflate the term Romanian deadlift with stiff leg deadlift. So in the past, any kind of deadlift variation I've really done was a stiff leg deadlift. But that's what I'm attempting to do here is RDLs, and just understand that I haven't really done them almost ever. And here's another one that I haven't done in a long time, the Bulgarian split squat. And if you do these, you know they are no joke. Got a good pump going, and I'm really pleased to see in some of these videos, you can really see, even though I'm working on my legs, I've got some good vascularity coming in on my arms, which is a sign that the body fat continues to drop. Sometimes I don't know what's harder, the lift or getting set up for the lift on these. So for the duration of this preparation for my bodybuilding show, I had not utilized a hired coach, and I had been relying on my close friend Chase for feedback and advice, but had really been doing most of the planning just by myself, and using different resources online and experiences that I've had to try to adjust my diet and my training and all of that stuff. Well, I finally made the decision last week after I attended the seminar. The gentleman that you saw speaking at the seminar in earlier clips is actually my coach now. His name is Ryan. And I hired him this past week, and we just started working together over the past couple of days. So I am going to have some slight adjustments to my training, and we're going to tighten up my calorie deficit a little bit more and just make some dietary adjustments. But I really wanted to get a coach because I'd never gone through a peak process before, and I know what that entails, generally speaking, but I have never attempted to do one on my own. So there's different coaches that have different philosophies on what they want to do as far as a peak week, or really just anything inside of a month from the show. There's different people that have different ideas of how they want to go about that. And I really wanted to get a reliable person, and Chase is great with that, but even Chase himself recommended that I get a coach to help me with that, especially when you get a couple weeks out from the show. I need to have some really strong guidance on that. So for, whatever 30 some odd weeks that I've been doing this process, it's really been by myself with some input from Chase. And now I've actually got a professional coach So I'm excited about that. I was kind of reluctant to get a coach, not reluctant to get Ryan, but reluctant to get a coach just because there's a little bit of a financial investment in that. And I was really proud that I had done all this by myself to this point, but the work is still gonna have to be put in by me. I'm still gonna have to do the workouts. I'm still gonna have to adhere to my diet and do things right. But now I'll be getting some good information from Ryan, and we'll see how that helps me as I get closer and closer to show day. Of course, too, I need to get some really strong guidance on posing. I went to that seminar talking about posing, and I've learned a little bit from Chase about posing, but I really need some very detailed input, somebody working with me in person. You know, I've done a FaceTime with Chase where he gave me some constructive criticism about my posing, and that got me off to a really good start. Then I did the seminar, and we did more posing work. Both they had demonstrations, and then they actually had us pose some ourselves, the attendees of the seminar. But I really need somebody to specifically work one-on-one with me to get my posing down. So we got 50 plus days here left for me to meet with Ryan a few times and work on the posing, which is such a vital part of the process. And just real quick, I want to say what I mean by different coaches having different philosophies on peaking. What I really am talking about is you'll read stuff about salt manipulation, carbohydrate manipulation, water manipulation, and there are a lot of really smart people that have really different ideas of how they want to do that. And I've really got to go to just one trusted source in this case instead of getting paralysis by analysis, and get somebody that really is going to make sure that I don't mess up peaking more than anything. Because you don't want to put in all that work for many months now just to get to the end and then try to do a peak on your own. And maybe it wasn't the right thing for me to really play too much with carbohydrates. Maybe I should keep it relatively the same as what it has been, stuff like that. So we'll see what Ryan has to say about that too. And I'll do what he thinks is best for me. And that's one of the big benefits of having a coach.
Switching sides. Natural. Totally natural.
I'm gonna keep that audio so everybody can hear what you sound like.
Okay.
Because you won't be in a video. Now this is a work of art. This is the 10th week that I've tracked all my calories and macros, and this is overall the best week I think that I've had altogether. The calories were at a good number. The protein was at a great number. My carbs have been moderated a little bit. My fat, I want to have that averaging under 85 grams a day, I would think, for the foreseeable future. So everything is looking outstanding this week. Definitely an improvement from the previous week. Gonna keep it rolling. Okay, I just woke up and I haven't fixed my hair up or anything like that. So I'm gonna keep the hat on for this, but I do want to show you where I'm at exactly 6 weeks out from the show, 42 days. And I cannot believe this. It's crazy to say, but I'm weighing 204.6 pounds. I mean, that blows my mind. It's the lightest I've been since I was 20 years old. Like I said earlier in the video, I'm now 31. I mean, it really is wild. Anyhow, so let me try to get the camera situated here. Okay, I don't really feel like posing this morning for the camera anyway. I need to practice it, but regardless, this is where the physique is at. And this is in not very good lighting in my opinion. So let's do this. This is me just standing totally relaxed. And of course I don't have a pump or anything because I haven't worked out today. I just got up, like seriously. But then if I kind of tighten it up there. So this room has way better lighting than the living room in there. And I've been making the mistake of showing you guys. I've been trying to be, I guess, too honest by showing you guys that view, because I'm like, oh, well, people mess with lighting so much in the fitness industry. Let me show you what I look like in normal lighting. And I don't even think this is normal lighting. I think this is just straight bad lighting in the living room. And yeah, the bathroom mirror where I just showed you, you may consider that good lighting, but that to me is just, I don't know. That's what I think I actually look a little bit more like, is like that bathroom lighting. But at the end of the day, it's whatever lighting is going to be the lighting on stage at the show. And I'm going to have to think that it's going to be pretty decent. Sorry about the fan in the background, if you can hear it, the vent fan on the stovetop. And then I've also got a box fan going over here because, you know, I caught a little bit of flack from some of my buddies in a previous video when I said that I have been using the air fryer for my sirloin steaks when I have steak. I've been eating a lot more chicken than steak lately just to get the fat down a little bit, whatever. But I decided it's Saturday. I mean, the least I can do is have a top cut sirloin if I want. So prepare the steak, or attempt to, with a skillet on the stovetop. You know, I guess they call that searing or whatever, but I decided I was going to do that instead of just using the air fryer, which I use for everything other than I cook asparagus in the oven or bake it, whatever. Man, it didn't take but a minute and a half tops before the smoke detectors all going off in here. You know, we live in a condo. The HOA president came down here to see what was going on. Turns out he was a really, really cool dude. And we got the freaking things to stop going off, but I mean, I'm sure it's very funny to a lot of people. It's pretty embarrassing to me, but, you know, I've been pretty candid about how I have never really cooked. You know, most of what I do is in a microwave, or, you know, I just eat stuff that doesn't even require to be cooked. So, you know, I try to get out of my comfort zone, and that's kind of the result. So anyway, it'll be the air fryer for the foreseeable future, at least while I live in a place like this, because I don't want to disturb the whole complex here over me trying to pan sear a steak. So you'll see that this week of tracking all my calories and macros looks a lot like the last, and that's very much by design. The consistency is there for sure right now. As always, the averages are going to show up at the bottom, and I'm really pleased with these numbers. Protein looking great, calories looking solid. Everything is really where it needs to be for now. A few hours later. Second trip to the gym today. I had some stuff I had to do for work in the evening. So now I did my upper body earlier today, but I'm getting my cardio in. I'm on minute 40, feels like hour 40 on the elliptical, going for 60. So rest assured, even if I don't always record it, and I certainly don't, still definitely hitting cardio and hitting a lot more lifts than what you see on camera for that matter. I definitely don't record everything that I do. Whew, keep it going. Almost midnight. Thank goodness that my gym switched to 24 hours. There's no way I would have been able to get this in, and it is cold outside. Sometimes I deal with that, but tonight was not a night I was particularly feeling like it. Going for an outdoor walk, I mean, I love to walk outside, but it's 24 degrees, windy, and wet outside, so I'll pass on that tonight. Some days are definitely harder than others, and most of the time during this cut, I haven't been just outright miserable, but cardio was pretty rough tonight. I gotta be honest, this is one of the hardest cardio sessions I've done to this point, and I think that the calorie deficit is just really taking its toll, but it's all part of the game. My sister Laura's in town for the week, which has been great spending time with her. We lifted earlier today, but we went to a hockey game, so I was not able to do my cardio. So the time is now 10:54 Central, and I am headed to the gym to get the cardio that I did not do earlier. And I don't particularly want to do it, but I'm in so deep now, 32 days until the show. I'm gonna go try to knock out some work on the elliptical, and tomorrow do a little bit more, not fully intense cardio, but more intense cardio than what I'm gonna do tonight. Tonight's just gonna be on the lower end of steady state, but I need to get it in regardless. So another late night, but do what you gotta do. Here are my macros from last week. You'll see that there was one day that was pretty tough. I was high in fat and carbs. Fortunately, I was also high in protein, but the calories were too high. Every other day, pretty on point. The averages at the bottom, you'll see, are pretty comparable to the past few weeks. and that's great. As another edition of Undeniably Raw Road to the Stage comes to a close, here are my most recent progress pictures. I appreciate you guys following the process this whole time, and now I'm officially 4 weeks out from my first show. You see a back pose here. That's one of the poses I'll be doing on stage. Again, I'm doing men's physique, so I've got this side pose going here. I'll be doing a front pose, back pose, and side poses when I'm on stage. This is actually not a men's physique pose, but it does show the progress that I've made. And finally, here is what I look like at the start on the right and what I look like now on the left. It's been a lot of great progress, and I appreciate all the support. Thanks again for watching Undeniably Raw. I got at least one more edition coming for you on the road to the stage, and then I should be coming to you from the stage. So make sure to like and subscribe if you have not already. And until next time.